Hey guys, DB-YGO here, coming at you with a deck profile. A few weeks ago I went to Omaha and played in a GOAT format locals, and I got first place, went 4-0 undefeated with this deck. And this deck was actually featured on Kuhb Games' YouTube channel. Go check out Kuhb Games. He does amazing GOAT format content. Highly recommend. I'll link his channel in the description. And he featured this deck a few, like maybe 2 months ago, roughly, I want to say. He called it Gumo Sumo. Now, I'm not really a fan of that. It is kind of a funny alliteration, but I just stick to traditional names. I call it Gumo Control. I also thought of the name Spider-Man would be really funny. It's a Gumo based warrior deck, which sounds weird, but it'll make sense when I go over the deck with you. There is a dueling book user by the name of Easy to Slay You who had won some online tournaments with it. And I was very intrigued because I've always been a fan of Gumo back, you know, classic Yu-Gi-Oh! It's one of my favorite monsters back in Metal Raiders. So, yeah, I decided to try the deck out, and it's amazing. It's really fun to play. It's different than any other GOAT format deck I've ever played. And I'm going to go over the deck with you here in a second, but first I want to shout out my sponsor, NetDeck Games. Check them out on TCGPLAYER for all of your Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Flesh and Blood, and Magic the Gathering needs. If you're going to go on TCGPLAYER and buy the stuff that you'd already be buying, use the affiliate link in the description of this video, and it will directly support the channel, and it will cost you nothing extra in the process. So, without further ado, we're going to go over the deck. Start off with 2 Gumo. Also, you would have seen this deck in action during my previous video, the previous match, the Gumo Control versus the Warrior. And, yeah, it plays 2 Gumo. Now, the theory behind Gumo is that it is a 2200 level 4 beater. It beats over things better than Zombire the Dark does, and it doesn't turn to defense like Goblin Attack Force. Yes, Goblin Attack Force is 100 attack higher, but again, anything can overtake Goblin Attack Force on the crackback. So Gumo is just kind of a pain in the butt to deal with. Yes, it can cost you half your life points if you flip the coin wrong, but life points don't matter. Who cares? The way this deck plays, the way this deck controls the board, it's going to be really hard to get to your get to my life points anyway. And even if you do, whatever, we just go to the next game. I don't care. All right, so Gumo, big beater, big spider boy. All right, and then at the core, this deck is actually a warrior deck for the rest of it. But yeah, 3 Blade Knights. Blade Knights, good beater, searchable by Rhoda. 2000 attack a lot because you can set your whole hand. This deck plays very little monsters, so it's very easy to make this guy 2000 attack. You know what Blade Knight does. I don't need to go over it too much. Oops, sorry, bumped the tripod. 2 DD Assailants, 1 DD Warrior Lady. Kind of taking a page out of Earth Aggro. I think Earth Aggro plays these, so I'm not sure anyway, to be honest with you. But good warrior, trades favorably with slightly bigger monsters like Zombira, any of the 1800 warriors in the warrior deck, Kaikus. You don't care about your graveyard in this deck, so if you have to trade with a Kaiku for 100 damage to yourself, that's fine, not a big deal. D Warrior Lady just takes care of like Sanguine, Gravekeeper Spies, Spirit Reaper, stuff like that. Exiled Force, another spot removal card, searchable by Rhoda, obviously. I don't have to explain the warrior package to you. You guys know what warriors do by now. Breaker's really good. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Breaker. Gaia, Swift Gaia the Fierce Knight. I love this card. You only play one of it. You don't want to see multiples of it, because if you draw multiples of it, you can't play it. You're not tribute summoning this card, ever. If you do, congratulations. That's wild. If you don't know what it does, sorry, I'm going to zoom in. If it's the only card in your hand, you can normal summon it without tributing. It's basically, effectively, your third copy of Gumo in terms of normal summonable beat sticks. It's really easy to set your hand. This is actually all the monsters the deck plays. It's 11, so it's very easy to set your spell and traps and then summon this guy. He does not turn to defense like Goblin Attack Force, so he's a good beater. It's better than the third Gumo, just because of the fact that it's very easy to summon. Alright, that is it for the monsters. On to the spells. 2 Rhoda, the warrior deck. Normal Crossout because it's GOAT format. Trinity because it's GOAT format. Heavy MST because those are good cards. Snatch Steal. The rest of the deck is traps, so maybe you think Heavy Storm is counterintuitive, but this is an aggro deck, so you still play Heavy Storm, and because most of your trap cards are not sticking around very long, Heavy Storm doesn't really affect you that much, and even a couple of them are chainables, so again, not a big deal. It'll make sense to you here in a second. Trap Dust Shoot, ×3. Drop Off, Time Seal, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in 3 Solemn Judgment. This is the hand control package, if you will, and I include Solemn Judgment in this because once you resolve a Trap Dust Shoot, Solemn Judgment becomes really, really good because you know the best card that you can hit with it. And like Trap Dust Shoot already inherently gives you way too much knowledge and helps you win the game. We all know this, but when you pair it with Solemn Judgment, it's absurd. You almost always can't lose with that combo. Drop Off and Time Seal. Now like I said, it's a hand control deck. It's weird to think of it this way. I had to like wrap my mind around this concept. Drop Off and Time Seal are basically just 1-for-1 trades. They're kind of like Sakuretsu, which sounds weird, but or anything else like a Mirror or Torrential if you're going 1-for-1. Obviously, those can go more than 1-for-1, but they are 1-for-1 trades. They simplify the game state. They deal with card advantage in a different sort of way. They take away the draw. It gives them one less resource to work with. So yeah, those cards are really good. That's what makes this deck feel like no other GOAT deck I've ever played. It plays the game in a completely different way, and it's actually kind of fun that way. 3 Compulsory. Now this card is something that I have always ignored in GOAT format. I'm like, why would you play Compulsory? It's a -1. It doesn't do anything. There's no synchros in this format or anything like that. So like, why would you play Compulsory? It's all about tempo, actually. So if your opponent has a set monster, you can compulse it back to their hand and it sets them behind, like a turn or two. And it also works defensively if your opponent, like especially in games 2 and 3, when your opponent's siding in Sakuretsu armors or Smashing Grounds, and they're down really low in card advantage, you can Compulsory to save your monsters, and it becomes a 1-for-1 trade at that point. You're trading the Compulsory for their Smashing Ground or Sakuretsu. And then you still have a monster on the crackback, and if they don't, that's going to put you in a really good spot. But again, for the sheer fact that you can compulse your opponent's face down monsters just to clear your objective is to beat your opponent to death as fast as possible with your big monsters, and this completely clears the way for them. And again, it's a tempo thing. It's really crazy, and I became a firm believer in it. I wouldn't play it in any other deck for the record, but a deck like this, it's really good. Mirror Force, Torrential, Ring, Call the Haunted, Standard, GOAT format staples. I know I said life points don't matter, but in the case of Premature Burial over Call the Haunted, you can very well get below 800 life points very easily in this deck, so you kind of do have to play Call over Premature Burial. You don't play Premature Burial well. I would love to play Premature Burial, but that one is really iffy. And that's okay. So that is it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. And again, I'm going to link the original video that I saw with this deck list in the description. So I give credit to the original creator of the deck. Again, easy to slay you. Shout out to you, man. Your deck is awesome. It's really fun to play. And I highly recommend it. I'm surprised it hasn't caught on more, honestly. It's really good. Side deck is not exactly as... his was. I actually made some changes to it for my own personal preferences, playstyle. Assure Priest, good against any Scapegoat deck or Recruiter deck, obviously. 1 Kinetic Soldier, I would love to find room for a second one, but I just can't. Extra insurance against Warriors. Also, a level 3 beater that can attack under Messenger of Peace. So any like stall, burn deck like that, it just randomly, I sighted in. It's just a good beater. And that doesn't come up very often, but it is a reason to play it. Mystic Swordsman level 2 against any Chaos Control, you know, burn, any stall decks that have the gravity bind level limit, stuff like that. It's just a really good card. Obviously, standard warrior main or side card. So, 2 Jowgen. Now, Jowgen is an interesting choice. It's another card that I don't really like pay attention to in GOAT format that often, but it's really good against Reasoning Gate and Scapegoat decks. So again, you can discard a random card to wipe your opponent's scapegoats. Actually, Reasoning Gate is a scapegoat deck, so it just further becomes good. So I find myself sliding those and Sakuretsu armors in against like Reasoning Gate, and you just protect the fort. So like when they summon Sacred Crane, you're just gonna tell them no, and then what are they gonna do? They have to out it, and it's really hard for Reasoning Gate to out Jowgen the Spiritualist. But anyway, I kind of skipped ahead to the traps in that case. But triple Sakuretsu, triple Dust Tornado against most decks. You know, this is pretty. 2 to 3 is pretty standard for most side decks in GOAT format. It's really good against warriors, against, you know, stall. Obviously, these are against like stall decks. Mystic Walk and Smashing Ground, 2 of each to round out the side deck. Smashing Grounds come in from Nobleman and Crossouts against warriors. Obviously, it's good against heavy Gravekeeper spy decks. Mystic Walk against burn. I know you guys know that already. So that is it. Excuse me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. If I don't know the answer, I'm just going to direct you to the Kuhb Games video, or I may try to reach out to Easy to Slay You myself if I can. I don't know if I can. So, well, yeah, I can. I can on Dueling Book. We'll see how that works. But, yeah, deck's really fun. Performed really well. I missed a lot of coin flips with that. But that doesn't matter. You can if you watch the match, you can see that your life points don't matter until you reach 0. I love this card. I love this deck. It's a lot of fun to play. Go test it out. Go win some GOAT format with it. It's a different deck for sure. It's a different kind of beast. I love it. Thanks guys for watching. Appreciate you. We are like 3 subscribers shy of 600. Go subscribe. Get the bell on if you haven't already. Go check out my other videos. Again, the previous 2 videos are GOAT format matches from that tournament. I wasn't able to post all 4. Unfortunately, there was an issue with the first 2 rounds, and so the videos that are posted are actually rounds 3 and 4. And the round 4 match is the one that has this deck in action. So go check them out, and hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.